For this assignment, I decided to go with the topic of figurative language for the ninth grade level in an English classroom. For my instructor-centered teaching strategy, I chose to go very basic and stick with a PowerPoint presentation, giving definitions and examples of all the different types of figurative language while students take notes. I find this to be the most effective way of introducing this subject of figurative language because really at this point, they know it, but they don't know that they know it. So this is a good way of giving them examples and kind of building that confidence to show them that they have seen these ideas before, and the note taking really gets it into their heads and gives them that tool to study with later on. And then for my interactive teaching strategy, I chose to put them into groups and give them writing samples, which I would usually use part of a short story or even a news article. And I have them have highlighters, and they highlight the sentences that really stand out to them or really pull them into the writing without any idea of what figurative language is. And then we go back into why those sentences were so impactful and how figurative language made them impactful. And for individualized, this is something that I'm really excited about trying out. It would be a research assignment with some comparisons between languages. I think this will give some of my ELL students their time to shine, giving them a type of figurative language of their choice and then another language of their choice. And then they can compare the use of figurative language in English to that of the figurative language in whatever language they choose. I feel like this really gives them a rounded out idea of how figurative language can impact their day-to-day usage. And then for experiential, I would this is something that has really helped my students out, put them into groups, and I have a matching game for them. There are examples of different types of figurative language, and they sort them onto mats with the name this is a metaphor, this is a simile, this is an idiom. I'll come around and check it, and I give them all the ones that they missed back, and then they can try again. This is just a great way for them to get tons and tons of examples. They absolutely love doing it, and I found that it really sticks with them. One of the struggles that I found with working through all of these different teaching strategies is that I tend to I was trying to build upon my first teaching strategy, and I realized, well, I need to find a way to use that interactive strategy while also introducing the subject, which was a little bit difficult for me on this round. And so that's kind of what I want to take away from this into my own planning, is that I need to remember to start with the basics instead of just expecting my students